win against City.
Are you mad?
Gotta paint this town red. Told them before that this is our city. Crucial win cause the game was tricky. Don't be silly.
And
Don't be taking a mickey.
And
I know this game weren't pretty.
but
Do you think my name's Pretty Ricky? What? Got the win against City.
are you mad?
Gotta paint this town red. Told them before that this is our city. Crucial win cause the game was tricky. Don't be silly.
And
Don't be taking a mickey.
And
I know this game weren't pretty.
but
Do you think my name's Pretty Ricky? What?
come on!
Viva Ganacho! Viva Ganacho!
Manchester United 2, City 1. Yo, this is the OT 99 banter room where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, we're back.
Who just got smoked? Who just got smoked?
Who just got smoked, bro?
Who just got smoked,
Bro,
man?
I'm still looking for Haaland out here, bro. I'm still looking for Haaland out here, bro. What is good? Where's the BRUYNE? Bro, the BRUYNE, yeah, I swear down, Fred ain't got the deepest of pockets, but I swear that guy is still trying to find his way out of that pocket, bro. Because Fred clamped this guy out of the game, bro. Where was Mahrez? Their star man. Man like Bruno stressed his life out, bro. He couldn't get down that wing and do nada, bro. Man like Malacia. Oh, gone. Malacia! Lightest marking ever, bro. Man, then was just getting dropped. Look, Casemiro versus Rodri. Who's standing tall, bro? My man, Casemiro, the Samba King. The Samba King. Look, Manchester United is third in the league right about now. We've toppled Newcastle. We are 1 point behind City. I've just got to ask you one question. Edwin, please tell me, is Manchester United in the title charge?
Do you know what? Today was a good step. It was one step. We've got once we meet Arsenal, we need to win. And Bruno said it best in his thing. It's good to celebrate today, but it means nothing if you lose your next game. So, you know, we celebrate, we're happy today, but we got to beat Crystal Palace. Then we got to move to Arsenal next, and then we can have a conversation about the feet moving, right? Right now we got 1-4. We moved 1 foot, but I think we need to enjoy it today. Great win, but not get carried away, because if we start dropping points after this, today means nothing. So, but great result today.
Oh, the reality check. The reality check. Edwin, you're giving me a reality check. NK, what's your thoughts on it? What's your answer to that? Are we in a title charge?
Look, I'm gonna let Edwin do the whole PR talk, be all reasonable. I'm never the reasonable type. You know me. I'm never the reasonable type. So I'm gonna say second half we are doing a title charge. No, can never ever say we're not in a title charge when Arsenal are
No. I agree. I think we're in a title race, but I don't want to get too carried away about winning it. But I know we are in a race.
I've been getting carried away for God knows how long, man. So
Bro,
I'm gonna keep going. Look, we beat Crystal. Look, Arsenal are losing tomorrow. They are losing tomorrow. And when they lose tomorrow, it becomes a 6 points gap. We beat Crystal Palace. Listen to this. And with me, anytime I talk, you want to say James. I predicted the win.
Allow it.
Okay. Hold it.
Allow it. Please.
Listen. A week today, and I told your cousin. I mean, your cousin that came on too.
Ugo. Yeah.
Ugo, I told him.
He messaged me still. He messaged.
Man United will be level on points with Arsenal. Joint top. I promise you this, people. I promise you this. I promise you this.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah? For me, Fred done a shift. There was guys that stood out. Fred and Wan-Bissaka as well. We've got to have that conversation.
Wan-Bissaka played well.
We've got to have that Wan-Bissaka. Luke Shaw, centre-back. People said, they were worried, you know, that he was playing at centre-back against City, against a serious, stern opposition. They were just like, wait, like, I know this was an experiment. Can he go through the test? Look, this potentially changes our transfer window if you can have Shaw playing at centre-back. Do we really need to be looking at another centre-back cover? NK's alluded in it in private chats personally. In my mind, I was just like, I don't have a big enough sample size to make that judgment. Look, he went through people may say City's not at the optimum. Look, Manchester United, 50% of City's performance today would have beaten Manchester United. 50%. And Man United got through that unscathed. We came back from a losing position. Not Manchester United, yeah. Look, they're changing. Look, is this
crazy
just
though, isn't it?
is just gas? Is it a run, or do you really?
Do you know what I think? Yeah, it's like any sport, isn't it? You could like win against lower teams or teams presumed, but everyone was saying, "Oh, Man United, the run," and today was our test. We passed the test, so we can't until we get another test. We can't argue like today was the test. Think about it. Yeah, we lost 6-3 to them. Double like half the numbers. We won 2-1 today, and in the first half we actually played much better than them as well. It's not like it was a lucky 2-1. It's just that they started the second half. So, but for me, I think, yeah, man, today was a test because the way we got beaten before was like a bad loss. It's not like you just lost. It's like bad, and they showed the levels today. Think about it. In the space of a couple of months, it closed the levels in terms of between us and City. So.
Barcelona, Eric Ten Hag, I must say. NK, what's your response?
Yeah, but because obviously, me, the build up to it when we done the previous show, I was very, very confident that we will not come away with this game. We're not losing this game. I was very confident of that, and it just because of one person and one person only. The manager, man, I think slowly he has come there, installed a winning mentality into these players. And it's got to the point where they are finally believing now. I mean, before the game, I asked any of you two, Man United are going to win, but we're going to concede first. You will not believe it because we always have this feel like, oh, we need to score first to win game. We need to score first to win game. And I feel like today was a turning point. They finally showed that. I
thought Grealish coming back.
We don't only have to score first to win games. Yeah. We can do it the other way too. And when teams are showing that mentality side too, you pay attention, man. Didn't
it give you two things? I don't know. It gave you elements of the old Man U where we didn't give up. Like think about Brentford, our first games, and even Man City. When we went 1-0 down, we just crumbled. We just sat back. But then even on his point about Ten Hag, what I liked about him when we were winning. When managers are winning, they're so quick to make substitutions. He left the same team because the problem is when you do those substitutions, you get pinned back and you're open. Have you realized he kept the same team? So we're even still hitting them on the counter, which I like. We didn't change until we got into extra time and it was like, that's it.
But then the changing point in the game, because at 1-0 down, I felt like we were very, very flat. The fans were shocked. Because obviously, as I said to you, as fans, we always know that once we go a goal down, we win. But to me, what changes the game here was Wan-Bissaka. He had that ball where he dribbled there, went through there,
and he took the shot after, isn't it?
Right, he took the shot after, and I think that gave the fans a lift. And after that, you can say that it lifted us from that on, and I think it gave the players that kind of confidence to kind of believe in. So, big shout out to him, man. He done his bit there, and then after that,
you're right.
The first man, they go on, man. They go on there. They go on there.
You're right because before that run where he dribbled past everyone, they were quite low, and then
we were all quiet. Everybody was flat, man. Their head was down. I mean, they were not chasing. And then once he just done that, you just saw like we just kind of like lifted to. He just kind of like lifted the whole energy, man.
I saw Eric Ten Hag making serious substitutions as well, man.
We have to give him a serious shout out because where he was a couple months ago to potentially leaving in January, not even in the team plans, like us looking for a replacement, for him to do that, we've got to shout him out, man. Salute to him. And even the videos, remember the videos we saw of him training individually? Like he went to some private trainers, he was working on his game, like it shows that he actually wants to do well. So shout out to him.
Look, I saw Garnacho come off the bench once again and impact this game. This was a perfect game for him because we always knew that we was getting on that counter. We saw a few times where Rashford had opportunities where he overtouched that ball, and then obviously Ederson got his hands on it and he took it out of his grasp. We saw opportunities where, just the ball, misplaced passes by Bruno, where he was on a counter, where he should have passed it to, who was it, Martial or Rashford, whatever on the left. He overhit.
Oh no, it was Malacia. He should have passed it to Malacia.
Overcomplicates a simple ball. Like we knew that we could get opportunities, just getting it right in that final third. And Bruno, he made so many mistakes. But in that same 5 minutes of us talking offline, Edwin, we saw Bruno do a poor pass to Bruno from deep, whipping in a perfect ball. And this is what Bruno does. Like this is what I'm saying. This guy is such a he gives you the annoyance of what Nani used to give me when Nani just gets on your nerves and then he pulls out something brilliant, and that is something what Bruno's been doing. But I understand all the complaints about Bruno. I really do.
You know what? I've been on his case, yeah, but I have to give him his applause today, because even though he still was a bit shaky, like when you actually see him as a captain, yeah, he's actually a captain, like in terms of setting the levels of running after the ball, the challenges, the little nicks, even to get in that position of the goal. But at the same time, we've got to shout out Rashford for the first goal, because the intelligence to leave the ball not knowing that it's offside, because you don't know if it's offside now until you fully touch it. So he left it, first goal. But look, yeah, man, it was.
Do you know what worried me though?
Showed something different.
What worried me in the game was that Man United weren't doing a lot of counter pressing. I didn't see. I saw us like maintaining our shape really well, and I saw individual battles. Like I said, with Malacia and who was he up against? Was it Walker, Cancelo? He was doing tight marking, Mahrez, and then I see
Mahrez, yeah.
Fred locking off De Bruyne.
But I didn't see us counter pressing. It's hard though.
Why do you think he picked that?
It's hard. No, but you know why? He's a smart manager. Counter pressing is hard against a team like Man City that shift the ball. Imagine the energy you're wasting just running after the balls. Because Man City are good at keeping the ball. In the first half, they gave a lot of loose passes, and those, like, we were pressuring them. But I think to chase them allows gaps to open, which we saw in the first game when we lost 6-3, or you're just running out of energy.
That's
I think another reason too is because obviously I always say, like, with your press, you always kind of like set up in a way, and then someone need to trigger your press. But with Anthony Martial coming up in the second half, I just feel like they were very precautious with him. So the game plan wasn't to be aggressive, like, and press them up from the front, especially when your striker is not going to have that kind of like legs, kind of like do that. But in the first half, we were very kind of like go, like when we won the ball, we were able to like look after the ball well and create something of it, because the first half we were we got a better chances compared to like City. I was surprised in which the way we started the second half, because obviously Martial getting injured and getting taken off, which was a very disappointing. I think tactically it affected us, because Anthony then had to come inside, and then it affected us. So it took us some time to get back into the game, you know. Yeah. And on Bruno too, look, that's what Bruno is, you know. And that's what he is. He's one of those players that kind of like give you that type of what you call a magic moment, you know. Like a moment player. That's the word I always use, moment player. But as I said to you, going forward, it's not every day that you're gonna get that moment. So it's just one of those ones where at times you just need someone to just do both. But today was a game where he needed a moment player, and you know what? He came up and then he gave the moments, you know. And then Rashford too, same thing too. He came in, he gave the moment too. And right now we are having a conversation where beginning of the season we were not happy, man, and literally we win a tight race, man.
Rashford, he looked like he had a hip injury type thing, and I'm just like, I know you got to go, NK. I know you're busy. I know you got to wrap up. So I want to wrap up this video real quick. Rashford, give me like 5 minutes. Rashford had a hip injury. Is he playing? Is he playing against Crystal Palace? Because
no.
He was moving a bit gingerly in the beginning.
But you know what he's playing? But I feel like because of our lack of depth, he had to play. But I think he'll be fine, because even when you heard his interview, he said he had a little nick, and he just, you know, certain things you've got to run off. Yeah. Like, so I think he just had to run it off. I think if we had options on the bench, we may have taken him off, and if it wasn't Man City, right?
I don't think so. I think he was alright. I think it was just one of those ones. Because
you think he ran it off?
Yeah, he ran it off. He said it in his post match. He said that he had a little niggle. Yeah. In his post match, he said he had a niggle, but all he had to do was run it off. But he's fine.
Yeah. So I said to you, because I feel like if it's one of those ones where it was a serious thing, the manager wouldn't have keeping him on. You know, I don't think he would have cared.
I was worried. I thought it was a hamstring. I was
worried too.
Because you know the way he banged the ground, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was worried too. But I feel like even if he went off, I feel like the game needed a Garnacho at the time instead of an Anthony, because the game needed like a directness, you know. The game needed a very winger who was just a directness too. And I always said it too. I said Garnacho, impact player.
Imagine Garnacho in like 4 years, bro, or something like that. When he's
he got a lot of learning to do. He got a lot of learning to do. And as I said to you, there are different type of the game. You know, there's the transition style, and there's also when teams are set up deep too, how you kind of play. And as a winger, I think you need to learn both sides of the game. But so far, from what he's showing, is really, really good, and he's a kid that got potential. But we all know that potential is not enough. You need.
Bruv, I tell you this, Garnacho, if he continues in this trajectory, he's gonna be looking like £100 million plus player, because this guy really does take guys on, and he's successful in beating his man, and he really is good. We definitely need to mold him correctly, man. This guy has got something, man.
About our team as well is when you do, there's a bit of depth. We still got Sancho to come back. We've got now another striker that gives us another option.
Bring him in as well.
And we've got this new striker that, headers, he can score with his feet as well, isn't it? He's strong, he's big. So, you know what? I think it's on the way upwards. And even Bruno said a couple of months ago, we look like, at times we look like a team, then we look like individuals. Now we actually look like a team. And it's true. They do look like a unit.
NK, you're man of the match, man. Let me not hold you too long.
Oh, my man of the match. This is a hard one. This is a hard one, but
Tough.
It is tough. It is tough, but to me, it's between two guys. It's between Malacia and Fred. But I'm gonna give it to Fred. I'm gonna give it to Fred because I've been very hard on him. And I feel like this game was probably gonna be a perfect fit for him. We talk about we needed a bit of like energy in the midfield, and when we talk about something and then the manager does it and the player comes in and actually like deliver as a squad player, that's what you need from a squad players. They don't play a lot of games, but when they come in, can they make an impact? And I think that today when he came in, he literally stopped City most creative player, and that's Kevin De Bruyne. He only had one moment in the game, and that was that save that
run him on the out wide.
When he ran out wide. Apart from that, Fred done a very beautiful job on him, and I've got to give him a man of the match.
Let me follow that on. Do you keep him though? Because he's been given that 1 year extension in the summer. What do you do with Fred? Do you move him on? This is specific to NK. I want to hear what he thinks, because I've had my thoughts on him, and he's had his thoughts on him, and what do you do with like guys like Wan-Bissaka and Fred? They're showing, they're raising questions.
This is the thing, and I always say it. Look, we are in a place where we are moving to bigger things. We are moving to bigger things, and I always want bigger players for the bigger occasions. And squad players are good. He can do the job when you need it, but it's also about consistency too. If an injury comes in, can't he do the job on a longer period of time? And I feel like this is what we need. We need to, because today's game we won it, but we won it in a different type of way. The manager want to play games where he's dominating possession, dominating opponents, keeping you on the pressure. I was still selling and bringing a quality midfielder inside. Personally, just for the whole kind of a squad, I will do that.
I think that the benefits even coming off the bench, right? That different dimension he brings.
But you can find someone who give the energy and is also kind of like good too, like that. We can always find midfielders and all better one.
Enzo, it's gonna cost. Bro,
you're not taking Enzo.
I will definitely take Enzo, but Enzo is gonna cost you. If you want to get someone like an Osimhen and an Enzo, just know.
Well, if the money is there, go get someone. If the money is not there, then keep him. Simple as that.
Who's your man of the match, Edwin?
Remember, as a player, I think it's similar to NK. I said it in the first half. Like certain times, I think we overlook certain players, and obviously we've been overlooking Fred in midfield because we've had Casemiro. So I think Fred, he set the levels. Like there's the 2 tackles he done to De Bruyne, and even Kevin De Bruyne was probably like, damn, like this player is actually like on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he played well, and so I'll give it to him, and then I'll just quick honourable mentions. Wan-Bissaka, good performance at right back. Malacia played well. He showed some strength. Still certain things he has to implement in his game. Casemiro, I think, was important because little things like that Haaland tackle, like certain players would have given that as a penalty, but I think he knew he could give enough contact where he could get away with it, but distract him. So, and obviously Rashford, smartness to leave the ball, score a goal. Garnacho came on, and I have to shout out Bruno as well. He set the levels.
Look, I'm winning you, man.
Me and NK have shown support for guys that we've not. You know what I mean? So
come on.
You see what Man United's done to us now?
I'm telling you, bro. I told you, bro. I'm about to jump in, write some bars, bro. I told you. Look, I agree. Fred, man of the match, man. He was if you stop De Bruyne, you've done 50% of the work, if not more.
Because we didn't see Haaland at all until that one.
You know what I mean? It was a what was that guy that we let go that time? That midfielder again. What's his name? And he was crying the other day. The Spanish one, Herrera. Yeah. And the Herrera. It was just like that again. He man marked De Bruyne out of the game, and that's a lot to do. Do you understand? So that was a big part of us winning and getting anything from today. So I'll give it to him. Followed by Shaw as well. Shaw, that clearance at the end of the box, like when Harden was coming in from behind, there was one moment he made that vital clearance. Look, Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Fred, main man, and then obviously.
You know what? I feel that apart from the Liverpool game, this is probably a best all-round performance. Individually, everyone kind of playing at a good level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, as NK said, we've got to shout at the manager as well, because it was looking dark for him after the first 2 games. But look, he's implemented his style. He got rid of the bad energy. You know, I hate to say it with Ronaldo, like it was just a time for him to move on, and he's actually made a team with a lack of resources in terms of depth. So you got to shout him out.
NK, sign us out, man. I know you got to leave. Sign us out.
All I'm saying is, if your cousin is watching this, I want him here next week. I want him here.
You heard that, Ugo? You heard that?
It's not a sprint, you know. It's a marathon. Arsenal fans, mind the gap.
That's it. Side down.
OT99 Banter. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. We're back again on Wednesday against Palace. We're gonna get this W. Make it count. We are in the what? Title charge. Cheers! Let's go!